because we've got an amazing series here. I'm really excited for this one, Blacklist, Rivalry versus Boom. Yeah, I was just curious because about what making that kind of a shift was. I wonder if like, perhaps in lane...
I feel like the language is secondary, you know, like the team composition is more important, the ideas and how you think of the game is definitely more important.
In a bit of trouble here, Blinding Light will not save him. In fact, it's Natsumi which is going to be able to draw first blood here against the Karl. Yeah, I see what you mean. I feel like it's, you know, whenever you play a pub with like when you click with your pub, you know, with your pub stat that you are not partied with, and you just kind of read the map, react to each other.
You don't
quite
need
naturally.
to talk.
Exactly, right? That's the kind way of putting it. Is they will trade mid lane. Yopaj gets the kill first, so he'll get away with the XP for that. TP to the tier 2 and only has a stick with 2 charges and the Tango, so not a whole lot of regen. It'll be pretty crucial for him that he gets this minute 6 power rune. You can actually already see Bosku making the rotation on over. Does leave Raven alone.
Glimpse.
And that sets up for 3 up top as Tims did at least avoid the Meld Strike. Good dodge there, or the active ability on the Blinding Light. Back on the Karl now on his base skills. How long before they bring Mana Leak back, do you think?
I hope not. I hate that spell. I hate being on the other end.
Yopaj. He's going to go down. Does pick up the kill onto Karl.
Another classic Bear Rider trait.
Yeah, it works out for him.
That's one of the reasons why Koto is picked a lot right now.
Boom also reacting around the map pretty well. You can see the support's down bottom, hunting for Raven. If not, even if they can't get the kill, which might actually happen here, FBZ, he's nearby with the Chalk.
Tango is coming.
Raven full mana though, they got a nice bounce. Does not have the point, however, in the Stone Gaze. Rolling Thunder coming on through. Edge of the map a bit further away now with the 733 changes, so the roll's just not as impactful as you'd expect it to be. And Xepher picks up the kill there with a level 2 concussive shot. Such is life now for the Medusa when you're out of mana. xNova running for his life, but it looks like Karl's the one kind of getting kited out here. Level 3 Swashbuckle, not enough damage. xNova hiding, just barely surviving, but eventually will be taken down there. The right click from Karl. What will it cost him though? Seems like his own life. As Bosku is going to be the only one to make it out alive in exchange for the Disruptor. That's what, 3 dead there? 2 dead, pardon me, for Blacklist Rivalry. We'll see. Maybe Natsumi's got a different tempo in mind, because he's going to be the one to pick up the Aegis with that bounty as well.
Somebody has to die, you know. You can't play a game of Dota and expect everybody to have 0 deaths and win the game.
Well, here goes Boom Esports, their first foray. Now, aggressively they'll go. Great warding from them all throughout. The Static Storm will split the supports as, Glimpse is going to break the last. It doesn't matter. Both supports are dead. That ought to be this tier 1 tower to boot as well. Natsumi, right now, by the way, he's pushing top solo. That's how confident Boom are right now.
I mean, the map is very, very small right now for Blacklist. They have to try to...
And dark.
They have to try to get some wards. I feel like the top area, the left side of the map with the 2 Ancients, those are the areas that they have to try and defend, you know.
Yep.
They have to try to smoke over. This is what like I feel shouldn't be happening, you know. You look at the map, right? They are trying to play everywhere, and they are not really securing the ancient side for the Medusa.
You're talking about Blacklist, are you?
Yeah, Blacklist.
Whoa, the damage onto Karl. I don't think he gets a spell off. He does. There's 2 auto attacks coming his way, so even if he was a little lucky there, he probably still is dead to rights. I'm certainly hit on the first one as well. I've seen games lost that way, trying to steal the enemy Disruptor, get a little bit too greedy. Disruptor, oh, okay, there's going to be the RP. Mid lane could be a pretty big catch here. They can just control, and they will, onto Yopaj. He will fall. Big kill there. Wow, that's a 1,200 gold kill. That's how lanes went this game.
Yeah, smoked up by Blacklist. They have a Harpoon on the Magnus Dun, so this might actually help them get a pick off here.
Kpii with the Blink Dagger at the ready. FBZ is going to be the target. Harpoon into the Skewer, brought back into the Solar Bind. They don't want to commit the RP. They might not have to, and they don't.
Wow.
Bosku gets the kill there. Careful though, Yopaj poking and prodding from the side. Finds the lasso onto Karl. There's going to be the Stone Gaze as well.
Oh, nice silence.
The Static Storm locks Raven inside as well. xNova trying to escape. Will go down there to the right clicks of Kpii. BKB popped from Natsumi though. A 2-for-1, so all things considered, a pretty good fight, a good breakout fight for Blacklist.
Look at how they're setting up on Blacklist. You know, they have observer ward set up outside. They are all hugging the trees. This is pretty good setup.
Good setup. They have the Watcher here as well. That's going to be theirs. Potentially a ward up on that high ground as well. But of course, Boom with the outpost here can TP
observer ward,
pretty quickly. There's the high ground ward. Does not scout Blacklist Rivalry quite yet, but there's going to go Raven kicking this one off. FBZ, half
BKB.
mana, pops the BKB. Spell stolen is Chakram. That's a nice one. But the
Magnus is coming in.
Trouble, but the KP gets off the RP just before the static storm. That's 2 cores already down as Natsumi, his life is numbered. Down he will go. xNova trying to TP out, will make it out alive. The Force Staff actually nearly catching him out. FBZ lucky to be alive with how KP came in with the sound and the fury there. What an initiation. You know, his leg muscles are way stronger from all that walking up and down the stairs, getting between his 2 pits.
The squats that he's been doing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he's pretty much like 80% upper body strength. Now he's finally had to do leg day. And this MKB is not even queued up yet, so you're already kind of wagering a little bit here. As you can see, a couple of his auto attacks already missing. Raven, a little bit low on the mana, is holding on to this Aegis for 2 more minutes, so Blacklist really, really excited to fight here. Yopaj, his Firefly is going to run out, but he does have this Arcane, so we'll have it quickly as there's going to be the lasso. Up to the high ground he goes. They pulled him actually out of the Mystic Flare. I think that's the first one I've seen all game. But Raven, isolated a bit from his allies, FBZ, taking the brunt of the rest of his team, does live to get back into the fountain and regen up at the very least. And Raven, worse for wear here, is starting to be glimpsed back underneath tier 4 towers, out of mana now, just a little bit remaining. Got this Coddle and, well, now a Cheese to top him back up. Still has Aegis for another minute, 15 seconds, but that's bottom lane of Barracks gone for Boom Esports.
I mean, I guess they're not exactly ahead. They're ahead in
they're
terms
really
of like the draft, the lineup, but they're not ahead in terms of the net worth right now.
So there's a key item here picked up by Natsumi now. He has MKB. Oh, we're immediately fighting. That's a big catch as well here. Can they burst xNova? Do they have enough magic damage? No, not quite. Gets off the static storm, and now the damage onto Karl, not enough. We'll be able to get out alive here. Yopaj. Oh no, the lasso stolen. Bosku dragging him back into the RP, into the Rolling Thunder. Karl sends him home, sends him packing there. With the Stone Gaze active, that is Blacklist Rivalry screaming in victory. That means that it's going to be a bit difficult for the TA to get back involved. Still has for BKB at the very least, and this is a mean TA.
I mean, this game is pretty much over.
Dude, I mean,
I don't see what they can do even if the TA gets on target.
Oh, okay, a skewer on back. That's a very dead Xepher. He will fall. DPC, and we'll see what he can do here. I think his impact to be a bit more limited, but he has found Kpii with some help out from the glimpse. Bosco just jumps in with a lasso. Pardon me, he's dying to tier 4 towers. You're not an off-laner anymore, Bosco, but he has stolen Refraction to live a little bit longer. He will fall. Does get Kpii out alive quite crucially, and he's got buyback. FBZ a little bit out of mana now as Yopaj jumps right back on in, dragging Karl over to the hands of Natsumi, trying to burst him down, just a bit shy on the damage, but now stuck inside the static storm. He will go down. FBZ will eventually die to the Raven deuce of damage, though it's a bit too high. That's 2 buybacks out from Blacklist. They're really forcing this one, Winter. 2 buybacks out from Boom in response. But Blacklist not backing down from this push.
Look at her, you know, she didn't even lose much mana in the fight, you know, she's just outputting damage after damage after damage.
Ooh, scary jump in there's Raven. It's FBC actually who jumps onto Raven. Rolling Thunder's out, forcing the BKB. That's the Stone Gaze as well. And now I would consider backing up if I was Blacklist Rivalry.
No, why back?
Really? Okay. That's why I'm not in this game. That's why I'm casting it. There goes Karl. He's going right on in. Finds the disarm as well. Onto the Templar Assassin. Natsumi in trouble. Wiz just going to die. Okay, you know what, Winter? They were right. I was wrong. I'll admit it.
We'll see.
Natsumi had to spend. I don't see a way back into the West now. Well, hold on. Maybe you can go for a lasso back into Fountain. Oh, KP's not going to let that happen, though. At least not if your name is xNova. There is a lasso. It's onto Karl. Oh, my goodness. But Yopaj dies so fast. RP is going to whiff, but it doesn't matter at this point because GG is called. That's going to be Blacklist Rivalry taking game number 1.
Yeah, I mean, the story of the game, like, there are like 2 things, you know, like important things in this game. Like, the one thing that I mentioned, like the early game when Boom was doing really well, like the Pango didn't really like help his team as much, and then Boom got like a 10, 11k, like, or even like a 14k lead at some point.
This thing's so good, especially when we had such a ranged heavy meta. Like that disarm onto your allies is deceptively strong. Especially with the addition of Tormentors, right? Maybe it's not always so great to buy this thing, but when you get it for free, not bad. As xNova is going to go down bot lane, Tim's is going to be able to get the kill with the auto attack. Even after he missed actually the initial blast off in, it looks like they changed the angle a little bit, 733, so that now the Scream and Pain also hits the target, which I imagine is the target of your Shadow Strike. I remember holding Yopaj, he might just be dead. He's going to try and turn and fight through this one, but will still go down, and Xepher can do nothing as he watches Karl blink away. Does get Bosco into tower range, but it's going to be the wagon to tank for him.
He has to play very, very safe until he gets his level 6. You know, he doesn't want to die again here. He has a raindrop already purchased.
Blacklist, they've scouted the stack here. Bosku, he's going to go up there himself just to make sure that it's really there. And it is, but up goes Karl now. Haste Rune activated, looking to fight, looking for the right Sonic Wave. Doesn't need it for the kill onto Xepher. The auto attacks will suffice as Xepher.
Oh, nice.
Nice deny. Activated the Fairy Fire there to set off, or to mess up Karl's auto attacks. Yopaj, no level 6 for him quite yet, right? So instead the action is top lane. Xepher is just going to simply TP away. A piece of paper, the strongest counter to Bloodseeker still. Probably the most longest lasting counter. There's that ball lightning you're talking about. FPC does have Arena of Blood.
Picks up the Lotus plus.
And trying to go for the Lotus. Doesn't get the chance. No telekinesis. Not enough mana for a really big ball lightning blast off being channeled.
Oh, the Arena blocked it.
Perfect placement there by FPC. Sonic Wave as he attempts to try and get out of this one. Another ball lightning from the Bosku is going to be able to pick up the kill.
Nice.
In return is going to at least pick off the Rubik. But very well worth the trade as there's Doom's only for the dogs, huh? That's rough.
Is this the second Doom on CM?
Winter, yes, that's rough. Laugh.
You don't deserve this, you know, as CM.
That's fine.
You're having a tough game and then Doom ultis you twice in a row.
Yep, Kpii is not going to
Okay, wolf. Hashtag wolf.
Yes, it is a wolf. It is. She is the wolf of Ice Rack, I believe. That's very clear from what you sound like on it. And the way I always look into this is whenever a Quap builds an Orchid, I always look at her mid laner. Oh, her opponent in the mid lane, who this time is going to be doomed up, actually. Kpii finds a little bit of a better target than the Wolf, as the Sonic Wave will clean up that kill very easily. Big kill, 500 for 450 gold into the pockets of Kpii, as there's going to be a Rupture onto the Wolf. So even if you're not doomed, you're certainly going to be ruptured still. Diving underneath the tier 2 tower goes the likes of Blacklist Rivalry. Punished here, though. Meteor Hammer catches 3, Winter, and that is going to be Boom cleaning up shop underneath their 2-2 tower. Kpii makes it out alive, as will Karl, but that was really greedy out from Blacklist.
But right now, the Quap is also hurting her own game, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, right? You force Storm into an item he doesn't want to go for, but right now, Kaya Sanj just seems like a great item for Storm Spirit here, especially if they can manage to get the Quap in the mid lane. The smoke will break. They don't even need to throw any additional stuns. Killed her in the duration of a Vortex.
Yeah, you're just so squishy, you know, without any.
Ooh, FPZ jumping in for more, has found Kpii, pins him to the arena. Can the Meteor Hammer connect? Absolutely. Good damage onto Kpii. They need a little bit more. Natsumi will oblige. Blinking on it. That's a 3-man stun on the blast off, though, but where's the follow-up? There is none. Kpii will go down. Wouldn't be surprised if Natsumi wants to chase for more. He's going to stun himself, though, as he looks to go north. Tim's instead goes down south. Instead, the Zip's going to be in for long range. Bosku goes down to xNova. And boom. Looking for a game 3, they want to see the KUKU Mancer, as was promised. That's exactly right. Yeah, lots of vision here, just kind of sweeping across the map. They
There's
kind of,
one line, look at the wall.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. They've kind of drawn this line here, which I cannot draw on the map. Kpii, okay, he's just going to drop a Doom, but why not? xNova running on over, let's see what he can do. Is Raven,
give him the Lotus, give him the Lotus.
Oh, he's going to live.
Give him the Lotus.
I think he's going to be just fine, Winter. Raven, on the other hand, he's in a bit of trouble, as there's going to be the blast off on it, which will secure the king. Tim's, he got Yopaj. He actually got him. And now, Raven even managed to TP out. Natsumi couldn't get the vision for the stun in time. Tim's might end up dying for this, but that is a very successful mission for him. Slow to a crawl here on the Solar Bind, xNova. And Xepher picking up the kill onto him. Not bad at all. It's a pretty big pickoff. So it's really, really tough for Boom to try and fight around here. I don't think they can do Roche. It's a little bit of a draw, you know? Wait, hold on. But Blacklist, they're going to try and pinch here? What's the plan? Are they just going to go?
Oh, Doom, they got a Doom off Storm.
And they actually get the kill here with enough damage because Boom, they can connect now in the triangle. Good stun is going to find the maid, and they need a little bit more for the kill onto Yopaj. He's not going down yet. They tried to deny him, but he will fall. It's going to be Raven though, in trouble, stuck against the walls of the arena. BKB allows him to at least shrug and run right through the arena. And the Meteor Hammer, but it's Natsumi now who is going to go down. It's a buyback here on Yopaj with the BKB. Long duration. Raven is not really bothered whatsoever there. Now it's Xepher trying to TP out in time. No chance for him there.
buyback too.
And the buyback out from Yopaj here. His life now under threat.
Storm is out of mana.
Karl as well, giving chase, has another Orchid in 8 seconds, but Yopaj, he's pretty deep. Not deep enough though, and without any support here, it's going to be Blacklist Rivalry who go chasing. Doomed on his first life, and then screamed at on his second. He goes down, and the tip from Karl.
I mean, this is a big swing, you know, for Boom. That's a horrible mistake by them, losing the Storm twice. Do they know though? They're smoked up.
They are going to be smoked up.
Really? Do they have a scan? Oh, they don't have a scan.
This ward's good to watch the Watcher, or to watch the cliff here.
Here comes Bosku.
Yeah, we'll see what they can find. Okay, didn't quite catch him. They're going to see the ward now. Oh, Kpii definitely going to see it as he's going to be pinned down onto the low ground, pulled back up.
He's tanky.
Out of range, actually, of Natsumi, who gets screened.
He gets the Doom off.
There's the Doom. It's onto FBZ. Natsumi's just TPing out. No, gets rooted last second by the taser, I think. And he's going to go down to the Techies mines. Tim's doing some work here as xNova is going to be interrupted here by that Tim's initiation. Karl with 2 kills. FBZ, no chance to TP out here as well, as that Arena of Blood will be where he's buried. All 5 heroes down from Boom.
Yeah, that high ground ward, once again, you know, vision proves to be pivotal in a team fight. You get the right jump.
Is this maybe them over? No, it's not them overextending, because a beautiful scan out from Blacklist is going to let them know their opponent's on the way. Oh, follow the courier trails. Let them know where you're at. Chemical Rage activated. In goes FBZ. Oh, the Arena. It only catches Kpii, and he's immediately doomed inside of it as well. Roshan is outside of his pit for some reason, but he's going back home. And FBZ, well, so is he. He's down for 50.
Buyback.
Does have buyback, but no Arena. We'll see what he decides to do here. Again, if I'm Boom, this is a slow Roche lineup. Didn't take quite as long as I thought it would, honestly, Winter.
Yeah, Bloodseeker surprisingly deals a huge amount of damage onto Roche.
He moves fast, okay? he's zipping around in the fights, and he certainly has been for all game. Kpii, once again, I would say in this game so far has been absolutely crucial to how Blacklist have fought their way back in here. xNova, oof. Yep, that's a dead doggo, unfortunately. He will fall. The Wolf of Ice Rack rests for today.
Yeah, even in the first game, Kpii has been...
Oh, Kpii, there he goes. Okay, finds the Doom onto Natsumi. Has a refresher for the second BKB, threatening for another Doom here. FBZ holding on to the Arena. Will let loose now. Has, stolen Arena here from Bosku. That's going to allow actually Karl to jump in, maybe baiting him, but there's absolutely no follow-up with Natsumi that he doesn't have buyback, Winter. And now... Yopaj zipping around. This is a bit deep, though. We've seen this before from Blacklist. Spear's going to miss.
Back and get the towers.
That allows everyone to just walk back. Okay, could have been a lot worse there on the retreat. That's what it is. It's good. It goes through Lincolns and Lotus. It can't be reflected because it's I believe it's just like an area target spell now. A radius around himself. So, yeah, can't be reflected and goes to the Lincoln.
Oh, they know. They stepped on the mine.
Yep. A bit difficult here. Tim's doing a good job on the warding game. They're going to try and bait Karl here, who does have a shield rune up. And oh no, they pushed him outside of the arena. Karl gets the BKB off easily. In fact, turns for the loaded. Sorry, make that the Orchid onto Yopaj. The bash, though, onto Raven. They get through his Lincoln Sphere here rather easily at the very least. And now they're going to turn back for Tim.
Vision, they don't have vision.
On the low ground, but they don't have the vision. The Doom now onto Natsumi. Gets rid of the Glimmer Cape debuff. And now he will go down, killed off by his own unstable concoction. Blacklist Rivalry looking for more, zooming for more is Raven. He's pretty fast there. Xepher running for his life, but he's being outrun. Oh, Blacklist, look, they think there's buybacks. They're not going to go that far. They really want this first win for themselves, Winter. But she is going to be able to hold on to the twin game for now.
This is going to be the game-deciding fight right here.
Oh, they're following a courier, though. Oh, and they've seen it deliver its item. Natsumi might be in trouble. He knows there are enemies nearby. Gets off the Chemical Rage and the BKB, throwing the stun at to Kpii. The damage not sufficient, though. They are going for the D ward. xNova is going to be able to pick it off. They don't have protection. Well, on hand they do now for xNova, but there's going to be the Doom. It's finally going to be now onto Natsumi. Chemical Rage still keeping himself alive. A second Doom now at FBZ prevents that fight-changing arena from coming out. Yopaj zipping and zapping around on the fight, but he's out of mana. He's TPing home, and it's Karl who cleans up onto FBZ. Raven with the kill onto xNova.
During the early game, how you play a lane, how you play a mid game, how you itemize late game, and who to jump on during the team fights. I think he's been doing an excellent job so far the whole game.
FBZ sure does, though. He'd love to farm a wave mid. Just needs a little bit more gold for it as well. That's Chemical Rage now done on cooldown for 30 seconds. Okay, Lincoln Sphere's breaking. Yopaj already did his little TP trick once, so that's the last wave we can reasonably cut. Spell Stolen is going to be Bulwark. Good toggle, but it doesn't matter. Kpii's in. He finds Doom number 1. Has the refresher already. Wait, careful, Yopaj out of mana. Sonic Wave back into the fountain, but that's FBZ.
No buyback.
Dead without buyback. He's just 300 gold short, Winter. That's gotta sting.
He's just so tanky with the Trickster's Foot.
The front of the backline's not bad. Kpii again playing with only 1 Doom for the next 90 seconds, but has overwhelming blink, pardon me. Still hasn't even assembled his Aeon disc. Oh, my goodness. Raven had the Basher back to previously, just didn't have the slots. Now, I think with the Abyssal.
Yeah, and he's about to hit
inventory.
level 25.
Big moments for him. Ooh, Natsumi. Fortunately, the Mud Golem, not too upset with him. So he'll be able to take you out in time as they're going to smoke into the bottom lane where they found FBZ. He doesn't have buyback. He's just 100 gold short. If he just gets 2 of those creeps, Winter, he's home free. Instead, he's home alone. So the other 2 Arcane Rings, they don't have one, Winter. They're too far from the Pirate hat as well. He's just dead for 40 seconds. His buyback's pretty close, but they just can't afford to wait because the buildings are falling. There's Rupture number 1 onto the Alchemist. Oh, goodness. And this is just going to be impossible. If it's not Rupture, it's Doom. And there indeed goes Yopaj, immediately hexed up, trying to get him off to safety. And they do at least have a bit of Invis for him, but it doesn't matter. Dead for now, 70 seconds. He doesn't have buyback either. They're not going to let xNova get back home either, but he does have the buyback at least. Natsumi activating now the BKB, getting to work versus Kpii, finally forces him to assemble the Aeon disc so that he can get away. But it's Karl and Raven getting to work here, back on securing the Megas. There it goes in favor of Blacklist. 46 minutes in with a 42K. He's statting, padding stats. That's how you say it. Look at this guy, he's so fast. Okay, well, they're pushing base now. Trying to break Lincoln's. Kpii's in, doesn't really want to doom the xNova, but Natsumi as well. BKB activated in time by Raven. Abyssal Blade, but the stuns interrupting Natsumi here, and now he's ruptured up. Is still fighting his ground. FBZ goes in deep, as does Yopaj. He actually managed to intercept Kpii here. Can they indeed get the kill? No, because Yopaj drops the Doom. They will at least find the Bloodseeker. He's dead for 100 seconds. Yopaj does get a Force Staff away in time from Tims, who was looking for that kill. It's Karl now indeed. No, it's Bosku. He steals the ball, lightning, and picks up the kill. Yopaj instantly buys back. Seems like they're going to finally be able to at least kill Bosku once this game, but it comes at a heavy price here of the buyback from the Storm Spirit.
Yep, time for them to retreat.
Three clown honks. You can see Bosku picking up a couple more. Oh, they need to get this D ward, man. This ward has been in the base for so long. If Kpii makes another jump because of this ward. Oh no, not like this. Oh, maybe they're trying to bait it. Kpii, he's gone in a bit early, but he's refreshed already. xNova stunned, killed, sent back to the fountain, waiting, watching for another 100 seconds. And that might be all for him this game, as Boom down 1. Might have to wait for their next time to try and find another win here in Div 1. Good damage on Natsumi as he's already doomed, already dead. Has buyback with the Rupture. It's onto FBZ. They force back into the base. At least safe for now, but no. Karl is going to be able to get the kill onto him in the base. Is getting stunned. Forced back near the fountain, but blinks back in time to safety. Nice zip onto 2. We'll catch an FBZ as well. Following up. Oh no. Bosku lifts him up. Interrupts the Meteor Hammer. Would have connected onto 2. In the meantime, it's Kpii and Raven who put down Natsumi for the second time. That will be Boom falling in 2 as it's Blacklist rivalry with new offlaner Kpii, who sweep Boom 2-0 in their opening series.
Yeah, Blacklist definitely looked a lot more impressive for this series, you know, compared to the last couple of seasons, the last 2 seasons, you know.
I like their drafts a lot for the early game. I think they clearly draft with lanes in mind. And with that early game connecting on each other, I think their warding as well is really impressive.
Yep.